We're there. This is a very famous brick wall. I don't know what it does, but it's real brick. We're in the Hotel Sonesta, Royal Sonesta Hotel in New Orleans. I'm joined by the great Wyatt. It is good morning to you and the world. There are a bunch of people on, but I don't see any comments yet. Hopefully they'll pop up. What's going on with you guys? And can you hear me okay? Am I fading in and out? What's the, there we go. Zoom, good morning. And I apologize, but I'm sitting a little bit farther away from the computer, so I can't reach you. But we had breakfast this morning. Wyatt, just by way of introduction, is a world-class expert in neuro-linguistic programming, is that fair to say? The very first master trainer licensed by the guys that created NLP. And we're gathered together here. There's going to be about 20, 25 people coming to New Orleans to talk about life in the big city and how we can get a little bit better. We're going to be doing an international roundtable. We got some pretty cool stuff coming up. We're going to be going to Alex Beard's art studio, and he's going to talk to us about art and creativity and how he looks at something and is able to see it on his machine. But this is arguably the most decadent town in America. I don't know what you think of. Put down what you think of when you okay, I'm in New Orleans. What do you think about New Orleans? Just write something in there before I explain to you what the city really is, because I've been here 100 times, and it is a very interesting place. I'll just say that. But what do you think of New Orleans? Is it working? Good morning. Everything seems to be okay. Okay, shared it out. Way to go. Thank you. Mardi Gras and food. Super Bowls. Mardi Gras and food. Yeah. So, Bourbon Street. Gumbo. French Quarter. Preservation Jazz Hall. That's cool. Pat O'Brien's. I think I walked down Bourbon Street last night. I don't think Pat O'Brien's is there anymore. So you just show your age. What do you think of New Orleans? Wyatt?
Jackson Square.
Jackson Square, yeah.
But I mean, once again, jambalaya, gumbo, the food.
Yeah, the food.
And Bourbon Street at night is just wall-to-wall people. I mean, you can't drive. It's just everybody out partying and enjoying themselves. So.
Yeah, this is a town where people stop, throw up on the street, and then just keep walking. Like nothing happened. It is, if there's such a thing as Noah's Ark of America, you'll find it on Bourbon Street. Two of everybody. The people with $1,000 outfits on and people with t-shirts with holes in them. It's a pretty interesting place.
And you're a couple blocks from the Mississippi, so it's always interesting to walk over there.
Yeah.
And see the river.
We ate last night at Cafe Du Monde. We just had coffee and beignets as we were waiting for Wyatt to arrive. And it closed. Like at 8, what time did you get here? 8:30 something? It closed at 8 o'clock. And literally we had to wait outside because they were hosing down the restaurant. And the guy he said, "Do you guys want to get wet?" We said, "No." He said, "Well, then you better leave." We were the last people there. They're turning chairs over on the tables. Pretty stupid. All right. Are they still rebuilding from the hurricane? Answer, yes. Culture, history. It's pretty interesting, isn't it?
It's an interesting mix of the French, of course, and the Creole.
Yeah, French and Creole mix. Come on, what do you think? What else do you think of? Mardi Gras, grits, good times. See, to me, so the Eagles lose the Super Bowl in 1981. You know, That's horrible, Jimmy. I agree. It was the who was their quarterback? I forget. Somebody will tell me. Drew Brees. Yeah, maybe. Oh, Commander's Palace. We're going to be eating at Commander's Palace. We will be eating at Commander's Palace and the Palace Cafe and at least one Brennan restaurant. Yeah, Mr. B's. There's so many great restaurants here. It's unbelievable. So to me, I'm picky about my food and not a fish person. Well, I'm really glad of that. So this is probably not the best place for you because there's a lot of seafood here. A lot. The Redfish Grill to die for. Pat O'Brien's is there. Okay, good. I was there in January. I guess I just didn't see it.
One thing interesting about New Orleans is that the water table is basically at the surface. So none of the homes have basements and nobody is buried below ground. So you've got all of these up above ground cemeteries, which you don't find anywhere else, where everybody's in mausoleums.
Yeah, I remember in Katrina seeing the mausoleums float down the street. That's pretty interesting. You'd think concrete ones would just stay there. But evidently they didn't have all concrete. They were like fake concrete and just rolling down the street, dead people rolling down the street. We're going to be broadcasting every day from here for the next few days. And so if you have any questions about New Orleans, to me, New Orleans they have the best food in the United States. San Francisco used to be second best, but now I don't think they serve food there anymore. Secondly, it is the best art in America. You can argue about it as much as you want, but I was talking to Wyatt this morning. It's a combination of famous artists and street artists. And when you get that combo, you look in the window and you go, wow, that's pretty good. Who is that? It's somebody you never heard of. Sculptures and paintings and shit hanging on a fence to sell for, $50. It's pretty unbelievable. It's pretty unbelievable. And just to walk around the city is amazing. Now, it's going to be a challenge because it's kind of raining. I don't know about you, but I'm not a rain fan. You? No, me neither. No one wants to rain, but there's a new thing out now. I don't know whether you've heard of it or not. Well, shit, if I don't, it's called an umbrella. There we go. So we'll be okay. We will be okay. And because Wyatt's here, I felt more intellectual than ever. And I drug with me some books that you might think of. This one is called How to Attract Success by F.W. Sears, a book from the early 1900s. I want to say 1914, but I'm not 100% positive. You can get it online. They've reprinted it 50 million times. This happens to be an original volume. The Master Key System. This guy's pretty interesting. This is a paperback of his book. But, have you noticed? This was done also in the 1920s, early 1920s. Pretty interesting. We're going to give this book out to everybody in the mastermind called I Dare You. It's like a motivational thing. The guy who wrote it was William Danforth, who died in the 50s, but this book was written in the 20s. And this is an original copy of it. It's pretty cool. And I'm actually going to be giving this as a gift to Wyatt. He doesn't know it yet, but now he got it. And pretty interesting, huh? This is, there's 7 volumes in the set of this Master Key System. If you want to buy the whole set, somebody's trying to sell it for like $3,500. I bought book number 7 for $250. And it's from the early 20s. Volume 7, Master Key System. It doesn't tell you what year. Oh, 1916. There we go. So I'll be looking at this one. I'll be reading this one actually, but it's got a lot of the bibliography, so there's not a lot of meat in Volume 7, in case you're going out to buy it right now. But these are books that creates thought. Reading creates thought. It's not, maybe you agree with it, maybe you don't agree with it, but you're thinking about it. If you read Ayn Rand, which is what Wyatt has plastered on his shirt this morning, he's all about the objectivist piece of Ayn Rand, and you can't disagree with it. It's very difficult to jazz, zydeco, gumbo, and saints. But no one thinks art. This is the best artist city in the country. And when you walk down Charter or Royal, you see some of the most amazing expressions of people. I mean, it's literally unbelievable. So, what are we going to talk about at the Mastermind, Wyatt?
Well, Mastermind's a great opportunity because it's like a family, and you get back, but it's a family of achievers and people that are out there making a difference and doing something. So you get encouraged and you get advice and you get a combination of new information and also then help with whatever specific issues you're working with.
Mm-hmm.
So,
you also get confirmation of what you're doing is okay.
Yeah.
Other people will go, yeah, it's a great idea, something like that. But we've known each other now. The Mastermind is getting more mature. We're in our second year, and people are starting to trust each other a little bit more. Because in the beginning, you're like a little tentative, do I really reveal this or not? And now it's like, you know, we meet 3 times a year, but people are connecting all the time. We have our own Facebook group, and we have our own monthly coaching calls and master classes. It's just pretty cool. It's really pretty cool.
It's definitely something you would want to be part of. So.
Oh, without a doubt, yeah. If you're interested in growth, a mastermind is for you. People try to form them on their own, but you need a real leader in the group. When the Vagabonds met, there were only 4 people in the group, but 2 of them were Thomas Edison and Henry Ford. What did they talk about?
How you doing?
Fine, how are you?
Excellent. How
Good.
was Revolution?
Everything was fine. Everything was fine, actually, yeah. A little overpriced, but good.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. How was the food? Overpriced. Everything in this city is overpriced. But realize also we're recovering from COVID, whatever that was. And people are trying to recover financially. And so they're going to charge a few extra bucks. And I actually don't mind paying a few extra bucks because it helps them. I want them to recover. I want them to stay here. I want them to stay in business. I tip bigger because guys are coming back from a serious hurt. Anyway, so I'm not really posting too much stuff up here note-wise. Let's get down to the bottom here and see what else is going on. They talked about the headlights. I guess you need to follow the whole thing. No place like it, New Orleans. I agree there's no place like it. This city is so decadent that when it rains, I think it's going to continue to rain for 40 days and 40 nights. And then everybody has to get on a boat, and we land at Mount Ararat or wherever they landed. Yep. I watched the Fountainhead movie last night. I recognized that I'd seen it as a little girl with my mother years ago. Wow, that's cool. Yeah, the Fountainhead is good. The Fountainhead is really good. I was looking at my Ayn Rand library. I have a signed first edition of the Fountainhead. And I don't know how much it's worth. I bought it years and years ago. when I didn't have the money to invest in a book, and now probably worth a lot. Who knows? We'll see that. The big difference between a big shot and a little shot is that the big shot is just a little shot that kept on shooting. Oh, cool. That's cool. This is not giving me what I want. So, business owners fuel the economy. You have no idea how true that is. Edison and Ford talked about headlights. Aha. Aha. Okay. Harvey Firestone was there also. They talked about tires. And they had a guy named Burroughs who was a poet. And he came in just to be, to bring in the art of the world or the culture of the world to these guys that basically had no time for anything other than business. And they were already wealthy. Ford was already wealthy. Edison was already wealthy. So they had like a motorcade, and the press followed them. Pretty interesting. So you might want to get that on Amazon today. You might want to get The Vagabonds, the story of Edison and Ford and how they went around the country. Very interesting read, I'll just say that. Very interesting read. What else is going on here? Happy Music Monday from Winterville, Georgia. Okay, fine. Art of the World. So guys, we're gonna have 15-minute sessions in the morning. Anything else you want to add to this about Mastermind?
Come.
Yeah, you should really, if you're thinking about joining, you can just go to email me, helpme@gittimer.com, and put Mastermind in there. Let's see what we got here. I can do this. I can do this. Just email helpme@gittimer.com, put Mastermind in the subject line, and we'll get back to you. And tomorrow, we will be broadcasting from the Insiders Club. So I'll see you tomorrow morning at 9:59 New York time. It'll be 8:59 New Orleans time. It'll be 6:59 Sneed time. And I will be talking to you guys tomorrow. Cheers, health. And we'll be eating beignets and chicory coffee in another couple of hours at Cafe du Monde. Bye-bye.